Hello, everyone. Welcome to one more episode of Talking Times. Today, I'm here with Nany. We're gonna have an amazing conversation about exotic animals. So, if you have an unusual pet or you are curious about that, I want you to send all your questions to us. But right after our podcast intro. Hello, Nany. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you.
Are you still a little nervous?
Oh, yeah, a little bit,
Okay, so I'm gonna use my secret technique that it is very good when people are a little nervous. It's called awkward pause. Okay, so we're gonna do an awkward pause, and then you see the magic will happen starting in three, two, one.
Okay, I already feel awkward.
This is the worst thing that can happen in a live podcast, so we're fine, okay? But
Okay.
before we start, can you please introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yes. So my name is actually Mariane, but my nickname is Nany, so please call me Nany. And I am a teacher here at Times, actually in Times Jardim. So
Shout out to you guys.
and I have, I don't know, what else should I say?
Okay, we're gonna talk about unusual pets. Okay, so I'll try to create the timeline in my head. Okay, how did you start liking pets in general, and when did you start liking the different ones?
Well, since I was a kid,
Mhm.
I love pets and especially dogs, because I lived with them my whole life. And I was the kid that when we start playing, oh, let's play like mom and daddy. And I was like, can I be the dog? And I was, yeah, nobody does that. And I was like,
Your
"This is the
friends might
dog."
have loved you because
Yes, and they
none
was
is
like,
here. Somebody to play the dog. Finally.
yes, finally someone. And I always was like crazy for animals. And the thing about the unusual pets started when I got a dog, and the dog has a bacteria disease, something, and we couldn't have any pets in our house for like 6 months or for a while. And I was very sad. And my brother had the amazing idea of getting a lab rat.
Okay.
And he brought home. My mom was crazy, of course.
Moms are always like this. Let me guess. You correct me if I'm wrong, but the normal thing they say is like, "Oh my God, if this beast stays, I'm out." After 2 weeks, have you fed Tonico, Fred, blah blah blah? I think he or she is hungry. It's not an it if it's part of the family, guys.
Yes, it's like, oh, my grandkid.
Or something like that.
Yeah. And I was like in love at first sight with the rat, because rats, unlike people think, they are very lovable and cute, and. So instead of having a dog like normal kids, I had a rat. And everything started there. And after so many years, when I got married, I told my husband, he always liked hamsters, and I always like having rats is much better because, hamsters are kind of suicidal and angry. They will bite you and then jump from your lap and die. Uh, and he was like, yeah, I want a hamster, whatever. After we got married, we got three rats. One for me, one for him, and one for my son. And all the rest started there.
You mentioned something that if you're thinking, oh, by the way, if you want to talk to them, you look to this camera here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking there. If you are interested in adopting a hamster or a rat, there was something very interesting you told me about never adopt only one.
Oh, hamsters actually, you must have only one because they are very territorial, you know? So
Ah,
if
so
you
they're little assholes.
yeah, exactly. So if you put the two together, they will
Real
kill each
human.
other. Yeah, exactly. But rats, they must live in colony.
Mm.
So if you have only one rat, it will get depressed. It's thinking about an animal getting depressed is strange, but
Yeah.
they get depressed. So rats, you must have two or more from the same sex.
Ah, true. So, because I imagine, because rats, they would be something that in biology, if I'm not wrong, is called tournament species. Like when the male only contributes with a sperm, and tournament species because they fight a lot. So I imagine, oh, if I got two or three male rats, they would do like a fight club, and start. But the hamsters are more like this.
Hamsters are like this.
Oh, interesting.
Hamsters.
About animal depression is something that intuitively we can see when we go to some zoos, for example, that you don't have good sanitary conditions in a
Mm-hmm.
small space. And people have a lot of misconception because the brain of a lot of these animals is a similar structure than ours. So they will have a limbic system responsible for the emotions. They have a cortex, so it makes a lot of sense they are depressed. People,
Also, they use it for so many years. Rats, studying rats
Mhm.
for humans, medications and
Exactly,
everything.
it's not a coincidence. What are the common misconceptions that people have, Nani?
Disease.
Ah, yeah, that. Okay, okay, I will remember the words. You guys pretend that I know, okay? People are concerned about leptospirosis.
Yeah.
I just Googled before we enter live.
Yeah, we were like, okay, how exactly we say that? It's the same?
Leptospirosis. Leptospy,
Pie.
remember a pie, and roses.
Roses.
That's a mnemonic device you can use, guys. You see, teachers learn to. Sorry, you see, I got sidetracked. It happens all the time.
ADHD
Yeah.
alert.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll focus here. Thank you. So misconceptions, diseases. It's not like a sewer rat, right?
No, they are created in labs.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly labs, not anymore. They came from the lab rats,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like animal houses. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they create rats, and actually, for dogs we have breeds.
Mm-hmm.
Rats we have one breed that is Twister, and we
Ah.
have standards. So the type of the fur, the color of the eyes. So if they have red eyes, is more expensive than the ones that had black eyes.
Oh,
If
they have a whole pattern like this.
yeah, yeah.
Let me see the level of royalness of your twister. And
Yes,
then
and there is some crazy names. Like I had one rat. His name was Gandalf.
oh,
So
that was the best rat ever.
he was
It was
great.
the doorkeeper of the house.
Yes, you shall not pass. Yes. So he had a gray fur, very fluffy, and the standard was like something Russian blue, blah blah blah. It's some crazy name. And I guess it was like 600 reais.
Damn, another thing. Some are very expensive, right?
Yes,
The
yes.
first ones you told me the first ones you got was like 2 reais.
2 reais.
Damn. People in the chat are imagining, oh, the guy probably went to the sewers like, okay, let's go. It's not like that, guys.
Oh,
So,
yeah. So, talking about Gandalf, I have all my animals actually has characters names,
okay.
and
Gandalf is already my favorite, but go ahead.
yeah, oh, he is cute. He is cute, and he was kind sick. I don't remember exactly. Was 600 kilograms.
Oh, so very light one. Or no.
He was big, like
It's almost a kilo.
yes, almost
600.
600.
Damn.
Yeah, he was
Almost
big.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, and Another one that the name is Dobby from Harry Potter. And you guys can see the reason why is Dobby.
Ah, you're showing on the screen.
Yeah, that's not.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's like a mandrake rat.
Oh, look,
I imagine in a motorcycle. No,
but he looks
right?
like an old guy. Look,
Yeah,
his face is
and
like
he has an
a
angry face,
grumpy.
like judging you, like, damn, these kids
Oh.
nowadays, they don't know
Oh, what is the name of the other elf, house elf in
Oh.
Harry Potter?
Oh my God! If you ask me anything about Lord of the Ring, I may know,
I'm
but Harry
sorry.
Potter, I keep forgetting.
I don't remember. Yeah, he's the grumpy one.
Okay,
It looks like.
help us, guys. What's the name of the grumpy elf from Harry Potter? Is this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you guys can help us here. Oh, let me take a look at on the chat. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Uh, I wish we could share pictures on YouTube because I would ask, guys, if you have a different one or any pet,
Yeah.
show us the pics. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Hi, Tommy. Hi, André. Hi, Felipe. Hi, Thiago. Hi, hello, Isaac. Okay. Oh, another Thiago. Hello, man. Hello, Marley. Okay.
Marley is my mom.
Ah, shout out to you. Hello.
She will not understand.
Okay. Hello, Marley. This is a universal sound. Okay. Now, Tom is asking here, what are some examples of unusual pets that people might consider keeping? Okay, you mentioned the rat. What else? Something we could have in Brazil.
In Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh, lizards.
Okay.
Lizards are very common. Snakes too.
Mm.
Snakes, like corn snake, is most common.
Is the one that is like orange?
They have many colors, but they are like small. Like they are very thin and small, different from the other ones.
I had a friend. I mean, he's alive, so I have a friend who I think he still has one that was like this. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know about that because he said, "Oh, is it gonna bite me?" And I don't know if he was messing with me because I used to hold, and he said, "I always hold under her neck." It's weird because
they don't have a neck.
Yeah, the whole thing would be an extension of the neck, but like in this area here, and sometimes the snake would do this, you know, like, "Who the hell are you?" You know, and
why
it
you
was small,
holding me?
and it was kind of an unsettling feeling, like, "Oh my God, please don't bite me," but it was fine, you know. But
I guess it depends the way the snake was created, and you know, because for example, rats, talking about rats, they can be aggressive. We listen people say, "Oh, I touched the rat and it bite me," and
where did you touch the rat? No, don't
Come on. So they can be aggressive if you create them in an aggressive way or not petting them, because this is a thing about rats. If you want to have one, two actually.
Yeah.
If you want to have rats, you must know that you need to play with every day.
They're very emotionally bonding.
Just like dogs.
So you have to raise them, getting used to your touch, to playing.
Exactly.
Is it fun to play with a rat? What can you do with them?
They like to play like this is awkward. You know, like when you it's like doing tickles.
Okay.
You know, it's like
and they laugh, right?
Yeah, they run and come back, and you know, they like playing fighting with your hands.
Nice.
Yeah, and they can learn tricks like
For example, you do this, okay, jump my hand, and stuff like that.
They learn that. They learn that.
Okay, so they're interactive.
Yeah, they are very similar to dogs. You know, the way they interact with us.
Oh, and you have had a lot throughout your life, right? Did you
like since 2019?
Okay, and did you notice like a difference in terms of personality too? Because another thing that a misconception, maybe people imagine that is like flat,
No, it's
You have
not.
the grumpy one, the more sensitive one, the funny one.
So Dobby that you guys saw, he was grumpy only with his brothers, with the other rats. With humans, he was like, oh, a sweet thing. I have one rat. His name is Lucifer. I don't need to say anything else, right?
Okay, and he goes like, detective, that's preposterous. I'm a rat, shenanigans and debauchery.
Yeah,
Something
it's
like
the
that.
accent. And one thing is, he don't let me touch him.
Don't touch me,
It's
human.
like, do you know cats? When you're going to pet a cat and
Okay, so it becomes liquid.
yeah, he does the same.
Okay.
So he doesn't like to be pet, doesn't like to be held, but the others love.
Okay.
He's the exception
Okay.
in my colony.
It's because he's British.
Yeah, exactly. They are colder.
You did the best thing ever. If you have a pet, you have to give them these funny names, you know. It's nice.
Oh, all my pets has this kind of names.
I'm laughing because I told you before. I'll try not to move this much on the chair. I had this. My uncle had this piece of land when I was a kid behind my parents' house. There he used to have many kind of farm animals, but like birds, you know, like geese, turkey, different types of roosters. And my mom, she used to give them names from the Mexican soap operas, like Carrousel or Maria Mercedes, Maria do Bairro, this type of names. So I remember that I had this chicken, which was like a red chicken. Oh, you remember this story about Bologna, didn't you guys? I think I told you this. But anyways, there was this chicken, her name was Maria Joaquina. And it was very funny because they would listen like, okay, Maria Joaquina, and then like, oh, it's calling me, you know, because we used to feed them.
Expecting a kid or an older
chicken.
lady
Yeah.
is a chicken.
And something funny. I know it's unusual, but chickens fart a lot. It doesn't make a sound, but you can know it happens.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the hell is happening here? There.
Was it you? No, not me. It started
Do
a
rats
fight.
do something similar too?
But they don't need because their poops stink a lot. You know? So,
Okay, there's another thing that is important for people to know. Are rats proper pets to have in an apartment, for example, or will be too messy?
yes, because actually you can't create them like loose in your house. They must have a cage, in a specific cage. We have a calculator, online calculator.
Really?
So you put the size of the cage, and the calculator say, oh, you can have 2 rats in this cage. You can have 4 rats in this cage.
That helps a lot.
Yes,
Very
it's
practical.
amazing.
I had this strange idea. You mentioned cage, and I'm thinking about MMA. So imagine a rat cage shaped like the MMA cage, like an octagon, with a lot of toys. Oh my God. Okay.
And they love toys. We have a picture of their cage, and what was the saying?
Yeah, about the size there, the size of the cages.
Yeah, so they need to live in a proper cage, and you can have them in houses or apartments, but we don't recommend having rats if you have cats.
That makes a lot of sense.
Kids, because they are very sensible. So if you squish them a little bit,
kids don't know better.
So they are very fragile, you know. So
this is a bit polemic, but if you wanna have kids and pets, the interaction has to be, you know,
supervised.
Thoroughly thought, because I see these videos people like to share online, like kids with a Rottweiler, with a pit bull. Depending how they play, if the dog is not, you know, used to this, terrible accidents can happen. So one thing nice to do here, and you mentioned that you've done as well, is to educate children to have this contact as soon as possible, but of course with somebody monitoring. You mentioned a place in
Morumbi.
Morumbi, yes, the
Zoo Foz.
Zoo Foz. How
Yeah.
does it happen there?
I never actually been there,
Mm-hmm.
but they have many kinds of animals. Like they have a wolf there.
Nice. What's the
A
name of
real
the wolf?
one. Yeah, the name of the wolf is Duda.
I want to see the wolf. Duda.
Duda.
With a pink ribbon on her head.
Yes, yes. They have like lizards, snakes, many kind of birds. I guess they have a pig there too. A pony. They have a pony there. And they teach kids to feed them. Some animals they help giving birth to the animal.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
One concern that I had and about this type of pets, I had this other friend that he had hamsters, and later on he started to have rats too. I guess it was rat because they were like about this.
With a big tail.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ah, that's how you know the hamster.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. So yeah, they were rats. But before he mentioned, oh, I had these hamsters here, and I would visit him like months later. Oh, the one died. So they were, like you said, very fragile, and they don't live long. I think it's about 2-3 years, something like that.
This is the worst part because they are animals full of love.
Yeah.
And you really fell in love with them. And they live in between 2 and 3 years. I had one that lived 3 years and 4 months. But as they start getting older, they lose the movements of the legs. They can't feed themselves alone or drink water, and they start getting sick. So, is the worst part. Is very very sad
Mm-hmm.
because it's too short.
Yeah.
And we are used to having dogs. Like
Exactly.
one of my dogs lived with me 20 years.
Damn, I bet I
A
had
poodle, of
yeah,
course.
a poodle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girl, now is mine as well. The guy.
But the laugh.
No, it's because the pincher respects me more than her now. Because dogs, they have this thing like with kind of a hierarchy thing. Like,
Yeah,
say, oh,
yeah.
don't do this, and she spoiled him a lot. I love you, but you spoil Vittorio a lot. And I don't call the dog by the name. I call him Zezinho.
I don't judge because I am that kind of person.
Yeah, no. Anyways, my point is, I don't know. It's probably 900 years old, and it's this old pincher, you know. But I had this cat, Nia. She lived to 18 years. You know, I got the cat when I was 5, and it died when I was 23, and it had been run over by a car. It was like a Highlander cat. If you got this reference. But I have this other friend who has turtles. You know, he has many turtles. What could you say, Nani, if the person wants a pet that lives a bit longer than 2 or 3 years, but an unusual one? You were talking, I think, about the geckos and the lizards.
Yes. I have rats and a lizard. And geckos, they live, they say like 15 years, but they can live like for 20 years.
Damn.
Yes. And it's like, if you are old, I don't know.
I'm 90, so I'm growing
You
before
must-
the damn thing.
You know, it's like the thing that like you need to be sure that somebody will take care of your animals.
If you are old and you are full of love by the pets, tell your neighbors.
Like if you
Give
have
them a copy of the key.
oh, what is the name? It's like it's not the pirate. It's not pirate. The big one, the blue one.
Oh, yeah, the Macau.
Yeah, Macau. They live 7 years.
Damn, 70
7
years.
years.
So you have adopt when you are a kid.
Exactly, you know?
Or there's this thing too, like the person will kind of
Receive it.
receive as a family heirloom. You know, like okay, I'm going to die, and then you take care of Lolo after I'm gone. Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
But parrots, I don't know if macaws they are like that. My uncle had one, you know. It was older than me, you know, and I'm almost 40. But I don't know if it's a gender thing, but that parrot hated women. It was really, really misogynistic.
I don't know
Any
what
women that
happened.
tried to pet was like with the beak like this. But he liked guys, you know. I said, Lolo, give me your hip paw. And it was like, you know. It was like a two-faced parrot. I'm not joking. It was crazy. So misogynistic parrot now.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I
I
should
don't
call
know.
the parrot Campari parrot. That would be a good name. Sorry, go on. It was a joke, okay? Okay, Campari, pay us. Right?
But I don't know. Animals has things like that. I don't know the reason if they have some trauma, but they
could be
have those
true.
things, you know, like like my dad's dog. She doesn't like much men because she's kind of afraid. So it's the inverse
It's a
here.
misandric dog.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, there's more in the chat. Let me take a look. Okay, bring your questions on, guys. Okay. Hello, Sandra. Hello. Oh my God, you see, Ganzo is in. Okay, Ganzo is in the chat.
So this is my son.
Okay, I loved your nickname. And if it's your real name, I love it even more. Anyways,
So when he was a kid, he say, "Mom, why my name is not Goku?"
oh my God.
And I was like,
It's the best kid ever.
Goku or
And then she
Gohan,
said,
something like that. And I was like,
sorry, Naruto, it was, I lost a bet. Sorry, Luffy.
yes.
Okay, shout out to you, man. Okay. Hello, Baú. Hi, Monelin. Hi, Nany Simone. The times are jeans. Okay, hello, you, Simone. Okay. Even Arthur is here to watch, Isaac saying.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Bao is asking, how are you doing? Okay. Andra saying here, my girlfriend is a biologist and she used to kill rats to her projects on university. Sorry, Nany. Yeah, it's normal, you
Yeah.
know. If you have a
It
snake
happens.
as well, and this is another thing about different types of pets, right? You will normally have to feed them with other pets sometimes, you know. For example, how do you feed the lizards?
Yes, exactly. So my lizard, they can eat cockroaches.
Oh, that's nice, huh?
Yeah. Crickets and worms. And thanks God, my lizard hates cockroaches, but I discovered that in the worst way. So we bought a few cockroaches to give to him, and
Oh my God, what are you trying to feed me with? What is this?
he didn't like it, and we were like with a box full of cockroaches, and I was like, what are we doing with this?
Oh, if you have a bad neighbor, you know.
And I did, but I did nothing. I did nothing. I wish,
Okay.
but you know.
The neighbor's probably not watching, so it's fine.
So what happened? One day I was like cleaning things, the animal things, and cockroaches everywhere. So I
Oh.
say to my husband, I want this cockroach out today. I don't know what you're going to do, how you're going to do, to whom you're going to give this, but I want this out of my house.
And he adopted a frog.
Yes, but I don't know
frogs
exactly
would be a good way
what
for
happened.
pest control.
But feeding my lizard is something that my husband do because my lizard is kind of dumb. He
That's a sentence that is not very common to hear.
he's
Oh, my
cute.
lizard's kind of dumb.
He's cute, but he's a little bit dumb
But there's a
because
reason, right?
there is a reason, yeah.
Yeah.
So we adopted him from Bad Treats. So his ex-owner was a jerk, and the lizard lost the tail for 2 times, and that's a bad sign. And we took in because my husband was like, "Oh my God, lizard!" And we started taking care of him, and I discovered that they eat crickets and blah blah blah, and I just can't kill the crickets to give to it. So this is my husband's job.
You really love animals. You can't kill a cricket.
I can't.
They do it themselves. Oh no, that's the
Yeah, they do that.
like okay, I need to have a new haircut in the head. But that's the one that fights kung fu, the praying mantis.
But,
Praying mantis.
crickets
They do
are
the same?
yes, kind of cannibals, you know.
They're dumb animals. How can they still be around, man?
Yeah.
I'm
and-
not cricket phobic, okay? It's just a comment, but wait.
Yes. I don't know if we can have access to a video from my lizard eating. It's a little bit I don't know. I sent to them.
Okay.
So he eats worms and crickets, and this is my husband's job because I just can't.
You need to put like a little thread there and like
We have like a
it's like a device to feed it. Like
yes, so the one thing that we can take it
Okay.
like this, and he take and cuts the head.
ah.
And we must take the cricket in front of my lizard face, or else he can't eat because he's dumb.
Okay, yeah. I had I told you I had a spider once, right? A tarantula.
Yeah, I
And-
didn't like that.
But it was funny though because I used to go to this church, a Baptist church, and I was 16 years old, and I had this friend there who was a biologist. He used to work at Unicamp, and they were moving the lab there, and it was very interesting because out of blue said, "Mike, you are a weirdo too," and I said, "Yes, I am. Go on." We are changing lab, and there is this spider. Is already like in a small aquarium there. Would you like it? And I said, "Oh, of course I would. It would be very badass. Oh, I have a spider, a tarantula." Then on the other Sunday after the service at the church, he came. It was covered like with this, like a piece of fabric on it. And then I opened. Oh my God, it's huge! Like was like this, you know. Like it would be on the top of my hand would be like this, you know. And then I was 16, living with my parents. Then my mom, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, you know, Lucas, my friend." And I told this story. I said, "Okay, if this thing enters mothers, you know, I am out. You know, come on, you're gonna have a spider." No, but it's not dangerous. He explained to me how I feed, what I have to do, blah blah blah. I used to hold it sometimes, but I was a little, you know, I felt weird because it's a very scary animal, like a big ass spider like
Ugh.
that. Anyways, then he told me if you are not allergic, because they have this kind of a fight mechanism that they get the back legs and they do like this friction and release this type of hair that if you have an allergy would be, you know, very
I
bad.
would die.
Maybe, yeah. But I didn't, so that's why I'm here. So, anyways, and then he said, I asked, okay, it's a male tarantula, so I named it Fred because of Fred Krueger, you know, because it was a scary guy from my childhood. And I asked my friends, okay, what do I have to do to feed it? You know, he said, oh, he will eat anything smaller than him. I said, okay, that helps a lot. So where I live, there used to be these type of lizards that are very common they used to be around the soccer field there. There were many, but they are very fast. So I will gather all my friends from the condominium and we will hunt the lizards to give to them. Like try to corner them and okay, got it. Yes, Fred is going to eat. Sorry, today. And every time an insect like a moth or a cockroach or any insect entered in my house, I said, don't kill it, jackpot. And I go throw it there. But I don't know if it's similar with the lizards, but the spider, Fred, it had to eat like twice in a month, like
Uh,
every 2 weeks.
it depends. It depends of lizards, but they kind of 2 and 3 times in a week.
Mhm.
It's they don't eat every day. Sometimes, for example, my lizard, sometimes it eats like 3 crickets and 2 worms. Sometimes one cricket. Mostly in the like cold weather, mostly in cold weather, it eats less.
Ah, and one thing is because for the size of the animal, it's like a lot of food, right? So the spider
Yeah.
would eat animals like almost half of its size, like very big lizards. So, okay, what are the next different pets that you consider having? I mean, not right now, but in a long future, maybe.
A bearded dragon.
Is that dragon, that lizard that looks like a dragon?
Yes.
So beautiful.
Yeah, they are just amazing. They interact a lot because the lizard I have is a gecko,
Mhm.
leopard gecko,
Mhm.
and they just live there. It's an animal like fish, that
Okay.
you
It's more introverted.
exactly, and you pass time like watching it living than interacting. The bearded dragon, you interact more.
Mm.
I am like Felicia, I like to. Oh, this is so cute.
Yeah, I'm similar, but I would go like Pokemon, gotta catch them all. I have this thing since I was a kid, because of the farm animals that I had. It was like a challenge. I had to catch them, and then I would name it like a baptism. Like, okay, you are going to be blah blah blah, and then release the chicken. And
Accepted.
that's how you guys probably saw the pictures, but I have no fear of birds, for example. Even like those big ass ostrich, they have a claw that could tear you in two. I can't hold my horses. If I go to a place there is one, okay, give me some food so the animal will like me. And it hurts when you feed them because they don't have a filter. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, hold on, man. Take more. But
The other one?
it was like this. So I told you that I would tell you the snake story.
Well, I
Yeah.
am more interested in the bat story.
Okay, we will go there too. Well, since I was a kid, I had this urge to catch, and so I go to a park. Somebody said in the chat here, Tommy, would you consider adopting a capybara if it was possible? So
I would.
exactly. So I
Of
go to this
course.
park and I wanna, catch them all. Well, I was walking in the condominium and I saw a green thing moving very fast next to me and the other kids. It was like, and then I said, I don't know what came to me. I did the dumbest thing ever. Said, oh, a snake. And I grabbed it, but I don't know how, but I grabbed it correctly, like behind her. It's not her neck, but behind her head, like this. It was a green snake, like this size. And the moment I caught, I could see in its eyes,
I'm
it was like
afraid.
this, and her tail starts to coiled up around my arm here. And then I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And the other guys are like, I don't know why. I enter in my apartment and I showed my mom, oh, Mom, look what I found. And she was like, get this off.
Is your mom still alive? Because
She has a good heart, literally. And I completely forgot that the worst animal that I could have brought home is a snake because she's terrified of snakes. I don't know. Whenever I tell the story, she just do like a you know. But she just did like, okay, get this thing out of here and escape it inside my bedroom. It went behind the wardrobe, you know. It was a very easygoing snake because I could move the thing, grab it again, and then I release close to this creek, you know, that was around the place. Never saw her again, you know. The bad story, well, the bad story was I we were talking before about dealing with these animals that they die soon, like 2 or 3 years. One thing that having pets taught me is, in a way, how to deal with this natural cycle, you know, that we have in life. Since I was a kid, I lived in a house and we have had cats. And these like 20 something years ago, 30 years ago, we didn't know better. Like, oh, if it's a male cat, you have to castrate soon because they will start going out, you know, when they are in heat, they will fight with other cats. So I had these wonderful neighbors that would like spread poison around. Some cats they would get run over by cars, you know. But I had the immortal cat, Nina, this very feral
The
cat.
immortal
Yeah, no,
cat.
she was impressive. The one that lived to 18 years.
Come
She-
on, 18 years?
18 years, yes, yes. Uh, she used to, is a cat thing, like if they like, they will give you some bad stuff, you know, like, oh, I hunted this for you, human. So, for example, she would bring rats, sometimes like pigeons and some small bats too. She would bring them. Sometimes the animal would be
Dead or
almost dying, like, you know, doing like this. Inside the house, like, oh, here, I got this for you. And she would drop it close to my parents' bed, for example. My parent would be like sweeping
and
the
waiting
floor.
for you to think.
Yeah, like, and then this one day, it was night, so I heard something hitting the window, you know, like close to the laundry area that I used to have. When I looked, I saw, I think was the most beautiful bat I've ever seen in Nina's mouth. You know, she bites she bit the bat on its neck.
It's always strange.
Ironically,
It's always strange you say the most beautiful bat inside her mouth.
no, it was so beautiful. It looked like a cartoon. It was a little grayish with these red eyes. I've never seen a bat like that, and it looked like a furry bat. No. I said, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful. What have you done, Nina?" And she was just like,
Let it go, let it go.
and then went away. Never saw the bat again. But Nina came back
Oh, I
happy.
keep asking what the heck happened
Yeah,
with the
but
bat.
it was it, you know. How your friends or family members deal with your taste for different animals?
Some of them, when I say, "Oh, I have rats," they are like, "Sir, like the street
Yeah,
rats
yeah,
that
I
we
go
see."
there. I
Yeah,
have
of course. I sit in the street and I wait them to come out.
Exactly.
Take it.
I have a friend in São Paulo. He helps me to go. Or in São Paulo, Sabesp, right? Like,
Yes,
I have a friend in
exactly.
Sabesp. We say, okay, go there. There are many.
Yeah,
It's not like
yeah.
that.
So some of them it's like, oh, really? Oh my gosh, I want to see. I want to go to your house, and they try to get and pet and play. And some of them is like, can I just be in the other room of
They are
the rats?
afraid.
They are afraid. But one thing that is nice is my mom was really afraid of rats.
Mm.
And after some time, she started loving them. Nowadays, she get in my house and is like, "Where's the little kids of the
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
cute." It's
The-
like
the-
that.
My mom has a similar attitude with the spider, believe it or not. She used to go like, Mike, have you fed Fred? Because I think it's been a while. I said, oh my God, thanks. She was concerned about.
Yes.
Spiders, by the way, my friend told me they live up to 7 years. So it
Oh.
is nicer than a fish.
One thing that is important to say to you guys, before getting a pet, make sure to know what exactly the pet eats.
Mhm.
You know, because for example, there are some lizards like the
Yeah, oh my God, they're so nice.
Yes, they are amazing. They eat rats, and if you can't feed them properly, don't get one. And um, rats, they can eat like vegetables and
So
things
the
like that,
food is not an
fruits.
issue then.
No, it's not. They can eat like eggs too, and they have the rat's food normally, like dog's food. There is one
Okay.
specific for them,
Uh-huh.
but they also can eat like fruits, vegetables, and everything, and grains too.
That's nice to know. One thing you mentioned that is another thing that people might be concerned is not cheap to have an exotic animal, right? It's a very specific niche here.
Yeah. If you want to have an exotic pet, make sure you have money. If you don't have money, don't do it. I don't recommend, guys. Swear. Like vet, going to the vet is very expensive. Is expensiver than common vets for dogs and cats, and everything is expensiver.
So it's a very specific professional, I imagine, to take care.
Yes,
Because I have no clue about the in which periods of the universe they have. Okay, let's understand the anatomy of these specific animals. So it's probably a side course they do,
Yeah.
something like that.
It's more
Specialization.
expensive than the others, so it's crazy. It's crazy. And also, normally you must have money and free time to take care of it because it's hard work.
Mm. Okay, in Brazil, is it bureaucratic to adopt one? You mentioned that you had this ONG, right?
Yes, yes. So
Are there many? Like you can go to, I don't know, OLX and I would like to adopt.
Don't do that.
Okay.
There are many organizations that help animals and exotic animals, and you can adopt and everything. And like there are a few of birds, rodents, and rabbits too. And it's not very common. Normally people don't know, but there is a lot. Me and my friend, we started this together because we were helping people to find responsible owners for their rats, and we started taking care. And once I took a rat because the pet shop was taking care not properly. So I started taking care, and the rat was pregnant. So she came with surprise, 16 surprises.
16.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. So we started taking care, and I started liking it and like giving the right information for people and helping people to take care in the right way and teaching them to. So we started this, and things started getting bigger. And I started with 3 rats. Batman.
Always with B, right? The name.
Yes, I have those things. I don't know exactly why, but Batman, Benji, and Bilbo.
Okay.
Bilbo Baggins,
Yeah, Bilbo is my favorite already.
Yeah.
I'm going on an adventure.
My rat has a Instagram page. It's
Share it.
Hatch Caverna.
Hachika. That's nice.
And the cage is Wayne Mansion. Of course, I love
that
Batman.
was better than my UFC
I
cage
have a
idea.
tattoo. I have a tattoo of my rat, Batman, and he's using like a bat.
It's called Ratchman.
Yes, kind of.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I don't remember what
We were talking about if it's how did you start the ONG, so you ended up with 16, but have you got people with other animals rather than rats? Like, oh, I have this lizard, I don't know what to do with these. Or...
Yes, the lizard was one thing that showed up for us, and we took the lizard for us. And already
they're expensive as hell, right?
Yes, like the common standard, like leopard, they must like be, I don't know, 200 reais, but there are some that can be 3,000 reais.
Damn. I imagine people breeding them already. Like, okay, come
This
here.
one, yes, can be very expensive. But we already took in our organization like rabbits, hamsters, and people ask a lot of help. And we have another organization. It's like Animal Gang, and they take care of pigeons, for example.
Ah, nice, nice. Um, if you could have one of those big ones, like we were talking about, these animals are not cheap, to have and maintain. So I remember those Arab sheikhs, when you see people with tigers and bears, and would you have like a big one if you could?
Yes.
Not in Brazil here. Nah.
There are two wild animals that I would like to have, and people in other countries, people can have as pet is fox and
They're
other.
adorable. Do you follow them on Instagram too? And they have this funny sound, right? Yeah. What does the fox say? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And other.
Otters are nice.
They are
Yeah.
cute. They are
They
little
walk-
puppies that live in the water.
When they walk, it's like
Yeah.
the sound.
Yes,
It's similar to the
yes.
sound of a duck chewing it. It's not.
Yeah.
This table
Oh,
doesn't help.
I remember something about the ambulance thing.
Ambulance.
Yes.
We've got in trouble because of the pets.
Not exactly. We rescue a rat from a pet shop that was taking care
Okay.
very badly, and for the way the pet leave it for, I don't know, 1 year, it has a lot of problems breathing, a lot of things, like looks like a pneumonia, but for rats there is another name, but
Okay.
just to
Pneumonia
know.
for rats. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we took him to the vet, and he stayed there like for 2 nights, and we needed to take him back to my house, but he needed to be in the oxygen all the time.
I'm
So-
laughing with respect because you mentioned ambulance.
Yeah. So we needed to transport the rat from the vet to my house. In my house, I had a kind of a machine that changes the air to oxygen and those things. And I didn't have oxygen to transport the rat. So we call it a pet ambulance. And it was like 600 reais.
Oh, damn.
And it was like, for, I don't know, 20 minutes, I only
Pet
needed the
ambulance.
oxygen. And I was thinking with my husband, I only need the oxygen. So we could call a regular ambulance. So we start calling.
I called and ambulance is gonna arrive in 2026.
So we called the ambulance, and the first one pick up, and my husband, oh, so I need an ambulance because not the SUS ambulance.
Okay.
The
Like the emergency one.
Yeah, the ones that is private.
Okay.
So I need an ambulance because I have a pet and I need to transport the pet using the oxygen, nothing more, only the oxygen that we need. Oh, well, okay. Which pet? It's a rat. And
They imagine it was a prank.
it was a prank. Yeah, we call it like a 10 people. And one of those people was like, you joking? You kidding? Oh man, you kidding? And he started laughing in a call. Oh, you kidding? No, not
My
possible.
rat
Not
is
possible.
almost dying, man. I'm not joking
And
here.
he was like, but how about disease? And they don't transmit any disease, man. And as we needed the oxygen for the rat, we don't have a mask. So we need to put them inside a box, like a plastic box with some points to get the air out and in. And we were like, oh, the rat will be inside of the box. Don't worry, will not infect anything. And the man was laughing, laughing, laughing. And we were like, are you coming or not? And I am, because I want to see with my eyes, but I am not believing it. Probably it's a prank, but I'm going.
And they can track your call, I guess, too.
Yes.
So if it would be a prank, it would be a stupid prank because funny as hell, but like
when he arrived at the vet, he was laughing a lot, and we were like taking the rat inside of the ambulance, and he was like, "My friends are not going to believe. My friends are not going to believe." Did he turn on the siren
there like this?
Oh, we didn't, because
that would be like, get out, get out, get out. What was the name of the rat?
There is a rat inside.
What was the name of the rat?
Jubileu.
Man.
He's the one from Pica-Pau.
Oh, I know, like who likes popcorn. Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. Give room for Jubileu in the ambulance. That's a very nice.
The man was all the time, my friends are not going to believe me.
Like the paramedic. They have to do like the shock thing with the reds.
Yeah, it's like.
Oh man,
this was funny. This was funny.
This
situation with the rat wasn't, but the whole situation was very funny.
Yeah, because come on, for the guy as well, imagine.
And we have the before and after of Jubileu.
Oh yeah. Show us.
Yeah, this is cute. It's cute.
Oh my God, let me take a look at the chat. I don't
After the ambulance, I don't want to see the chat.
No, this was very good. What unique, Sandra is asking here, what unique challenges come with caring for unusual pets compared to more traditional ones? So that's a good question. Well, having to ask an ambulance for a rat surely gets the top of the list.
I guess the information. You know, like if you need information for how to take care of a lizard, you need to look hard to find it. If you put like, oh, can my dog eat, I don't know, broccoli? You will find many information about it, what can eat, what cannot. So when you have a different exotic pet, the information is the worst part, because you don't get it.
Yeah, in Brazil we have a lot of misconception. Like I asked you about the Teiu lizard because there is this one where I live. I'm trying to go full Pokemon, but so far I have only offered like some eggs, and he has eaten. But we have that type, like a marsupial one that people call like
Saruê.
Yeah, Saruê is another one that people imagine, oh, it's like
a big rat.
Yeah, and it's not, and so a lot of misconception about animals, and some are very important for the ecosystem in general, controlling disease and pests. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, but I want to ask you one thing.
Guys, ask for part 2.
Yeah, of course.
If you guys ask for part 2, I bring my hats for you.
Yeah, that would be amazing. In an ambulance. No, the fire truck, I have learned a lot, having pets since I was a kid, especially like this genuine mutualistic relation of caring and love, and it helped me to deal with death since I was a kid and to overcome everything. What have you learned having pets, the different ones as well?
Oh.
What have they taught you?
Especially that each one has a unique personality. You need to respect the animal behavior. Like, for example, you're going to have a snake. You need to prepare the place you will have this snake. You need to permit the snake to be a snake, because it has the way to live and everything. So, for example, rats, they are very active. at night, and during the day they sleep a lot. So you need to permit animals to have their own behavior, the natural behavior, and respect the boundaries, because animals give you like, I'm not liking it, I don't want it, and we need to respect this. And I guess this is the most important thing, like, because we see dogs, and the dog is like, "Arr," and you're like, this is so cute. We just kind of don't care much of the signs. And having these exotic pets, we learn to respect everything, especially their space and then their nature.
Yeah, people they get lost in the anthropomorphism. Like they imagine is another person there. Okay, loves you, is a member of the family. So respect it, right?
Yes.
And very nice. Okay, final message to our listeners before we go.
Don't have exotic pets.
Yes, yeah.
Oh no, not this. You can have them, but before having exotic pets, go to a vet and ask the vet how to take care of the pet you want. Look for many information, what the pet eat, the size the pets need. For example, rats needed cages, but not small cages. Hamsters can't live in cages. They need to live in like aquarium, but with earth, not not
Yeah.
water. So, and people have these misconceptions because we don't have much information about it. So the first thing is go for information, visit a vet and ask for information and everything, and prepare your bucket because you're gonna need money.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nani. It was very nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I
And
love
guys,
it.
I have one hint for you. Move to the countryside, get a small piece of land. You will see a lot of animals. Some will
For
be
free.
challenging. Yes, exactly. And it's free. Thank you so much for the questions, guys. Don't forget to like, share this video, subscribe if you haven't yet.
Part
If you don't
two.
subscribe, we have beef. Okay, so do it.
Yeah.
Hope to see you next week.
Part two, guys. Part two.
Yes, and if you want a part two, leave in the comments.
Bye.
Bye bye.